What's good, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, man. My name is DivaTequila. I appreciate you being here. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Today we've got some absolutely insane Moira gameplay for you. I actually ended up going on a 40 kill streak this game, which is just actually absurd to me. My highest before this I think was 32. But yeah, we've got some good gameplay for you. I was actually playing with my IRL best friend for pretty much my entire life, B-Rabbit. that's my dog. He's brand new to Overwatch. I think he played a little bit when the game first came out with me, and then he hasn't touched it at all until these games last night. So as I'm playing, I'm trying to explain to him, kind of positioning and what to do with his character and stuff. So in the beginning of the game, I wasn't really focused too much on just like kind of frying, you know what I mean? But then when it popped up that I was on a 20 kill streak, I was aware of, okay, we're winning the game. I'm on a 20 kill streak. I think I need to just continue to be really aggressive here if we want to win the game. And then once I hit 30, I was like, oh shit, man, I'm about to break my record real quick. Let me see if I can lock in. And then once I hit 35, I was like, well, I already broke my record. Now I just need to like full, pedal to the metal and see if I can just hit 40 just for my own selfish reasons. And anyway, we finished out with 40 kills, 0 deaths. Pretty dope, man. But let's see if we can see how it happened here. Obviously, we're starting off trading a little bit. My team's kind of dying around me a little bit early on, but that's okay. Trying to do my best between going back and forth and of healing, and that right there was just honestly a top tier play in my opinion. He got me down to like 20 health and there was 2 people in front of me. And they slept me here as well. There was, I think, multiple times this game where I definitely could have died. But I think I played around cover pretty effectively. I also played around my fade cooldown pretty good as well. Here you see I fade to the back line so I can pop my ult. Took down the tank. We took down the Moira as well. I think Cassidy gets got as well. Honestly, just a beautiful way to start the game. They had the initial bit of momentum on them, so I was a little bit nervous to start with. There, I recognize I probably could have thrown a heal orb to keep Tracer alive, but I didn't know if it would get there in time. I'd much rather at that point just focus on securing the kill. At least we can trade and make it a 4v4 instead of me going for the heal and not even being able to save him in time. I think I do a really good job of playing in their backline this entire game and just making them be hyper aware of where I'm at, and then also fading back to my team whenever they're critical. I was screaming at Rabbit to stay out of that dragon thing, but that was his first time ever seeing Hanzo's ult, so it's all good, baby. Thankfully, we take the Hanzo out right afterwards. All is well, GG's. Beautiful. Double kill on both of their supports, so I think that gives us a lot of momentum right here, honestly. I don't think that they were a horrible team, but I will say that having a Hanzo and a Cassidy both rely heavily on hitting your shots, and they hit their shots sometimes, but I don't think that they were like, if both of them were hitting their shots consistently, obviously it would make it a much harder game. Those are two high risk, high reward characters, you know what I mean? I'm actually extremely proud of Rabbit there activating his ult in the middle of that to counteract it. I was just screaming at him at this point, like, I know your health's low, but I'm in my ultimate, so just stay there, let's fight it out. And we ended up winning this trade here. That's a pretty big one. I think that portion might have ended up being play of the game. I'm not entirely sure. I know we got play of the game this game. I just don't remember exactly which play it was. Just a goofy play on the Orisa's part. And this is when I noticed, alright, I've got a 20 kill streak. What the hell? I hadn't even checked the scoreboard at all this game. But you see I'm standing still. Oh, actually, right here I was messing with my dogs. We had some company over last night, and Cleo Baby Girl started spazzing, so I had to run out into the hallway real quick and call Cleo up into my room. She's a precious little baby girl, but she's a pit mix, and she's a rescue. You know what I mean? So sometimes she just gets real sassy, and that's okay. Their Hanzo takes out our Hanzo, but then they still end up giving me the backline here. They just entirely lost focus on me altogether. I have to imagine that the Reaper just didn't ping where I was at, or when I faded, they just completely lost it. This is another one that got so close here. So close. I'm actually really proud of how I played this disengage. The Zenyatta still picked up the Moira as well. They got me down less than 20 health, I think, and I had 3 people like right beside me. Just another example, I think, of how important it is to play around your cooldowns. Moira is good with just her beams, her damage and healing beams, but actually having your healing orb and your fade up is so crucial. It gives you so much outplay potential. Silly play on my part there, but that's okay. I was just trying to be, at this point I started recognizing the more aggressive I am this game, the higher chance we have of winning. Again, kind of silly on my part, but I think it at least forces the Moira out from under us, which is pretty good. There's 2 people there. Kind of sloppy looking. I probably shouldn't have burned my ult there, especially with me and Zen being the only ones left alive. You can see I ended up wasting like the last 5 seconds of it. But I do think it was good to at least, you know, trade and kill the Reaper and try to keep them a little bit hesitant, you know what I mean? Because then after I was in my ult, they didn't have anyone try to push forward and try to spawn campus at all or try to hold off the reposition. They all played with the payload, which is okay. But I would have assumed that they would have had one person push the payload and then have the other 3 people try to push into us. Another beautiful ult by Rabbit. I see you, kid. I told him, you know, the death there was directly attributed to the Kiriko ult, but it is what it is. Again, he doesn't know any of the character's abilities at this point. He's still just kind of learning as he goes. I think this was probably like maybe his 4th ever game. So, and now we hit the 30 kill streak, and now I'm like, oh bruh, now I gotta really be on my P's and Q's here, because yeah, 32 was where I capped out at before, but I remember that game I hit 32 kills and then I instantly died because I just got really fucking cocky. Reaper here is playing annoying. I recognize that I don't want to be directly inside of his body when he comes out of his little shadow ability, so that way he can't just 2-shot me with a shotty. Did a lot of damage there, and I would have liked if I could have faded behind and secured 1 or 2 of those kills, but I think if I had done that, I would have risked trading myself as well. And I think at this point in the game, I'm kind of hard carrying by being alive and being able to just do consistent damage and consistent heals, you know what I mean? I think at this point I'm at 32 eliminations. I think I got 3 assists out of that team kill and then 2 eliminations. So I'm obviously, now I'm acutely aware that I'm tied for my PR. But what the fuck does a tie do me? So I'm trying to play aggressive, but I'm also trying to make sure I don't get caught out myself. I recognize as well that they have a very long way to push, and then here is just beautiful. I throw my orb down, get rid of the stinky little turret to free that up. I'm ulted in the back as well, so 2 of them, you know, instantly dropped off the bridge out of panic, which kind of just left their tank isolated. The Reaper ult was unfortunate there, but then I think this Moira here just kind of lost sight of me. I think she just lost sight of me, to be honest with you. Unfortunate on her part. But now we're at 35 kills. We got a little under a minute left. So at this point now, just for my own selfish reasons, I really wanted to hit 40. I think that we're going to secure the dub either way. Pretty confident that we will, at least anyway, but just if you can hit 40, why not, right? doing my best trying to bounce back and forth between the people. Trying to support where I can. Monkey just dives off the map. Very well played, Booger. You gotta love it. It's actually unfortunate because if Monkey hadn't dove off the map there, I would have been right there to help with that elimination. Would have finished with 41 instead of 40, but beggars can't be choosers, huh? This is another one where I was a little bit nervous here that they were actually going to snipe me in the back as I ran away. We're in overtime. I know that I know they're going to push the objective to me, so I appreciate Soldier trying to stay up there and fight them off a little bit, but I was already pinging, I was pinging the group up thing a bunch. So that way we could just get one big team hold here. We've got Orissa's ult up, we've got Zenyatta's ult up, Soldier's coming back with their ult up, and I'll have my ult up in the next, presumably 30 seconds or so, depending on how quick I get this charged. Yeah, and we're already starting to pick people off as well. I didn't obviously know at the time, but none of them had their ults up either, so I wish that when I dove to the back here I already had my coalescence up, but that's okay. It comes up just in time for the last little booger, and that's it right there, man. That was a beautiful game in my opinion. Let me see, I actually have screenshots of them this time just because my my Overwatch thing, I think it was more than 10 games ago, so I don't have the game report, just like glitched out the replays there. But anyway, so you see I got 40 kills, 10 assists, 0 deaths, the most damage in the lobby, almost hit the big 10k damage again. I also had the most heals on my team. I out-healed the Zen, but Zen was also obviously doing a bunch of damage. Their Moira out-healed me a little bit, but obviously we had a much bigger damage pool for them to heal through. Let me see. Yeah, 40 eliminations, 10 assists, 0 deaths. Feels good, man. Feels real good, honestly. I appreciate you sticking around this far. I appreciate you watching my little monstrous Moira gameplay. This is my new personal best game. So, anyways, know that I love you, man. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the upcoming week as well. And, yeah, man, I love you. Have a good day. Bye. Peace.